These are the works of Romero Britto. They're joyful, simple, and you may start to notice they're all over the place. But who is Romero Britto? And how did he become so prolific that he is the most licensed artist in history? Let's start with the basics. Romero Britto is an artist, more specifically, a contemporary artist who blends pop art with cubist-like abstraction.
And the subject matters that I do. It's very simple, very direct. I'm very consistent with my colors. And then the lines, the stripes, the little things that I put in my work that is part of my vocabulary.
He was born in Brazil to a big family, and growing up was pretty tough.
My mother had like 12 kids. I wanted to get out of the house because it was chaotic.
And little did he know, art would become his ticket out.
Since I was a kid, I always liked drawing, but I never knew that it would change my life.
At age 25, he moved to Miami, where pop art was flourishing.
I was like, you know what? I love America. I love Miami in particular because it's such a dynamic city.
With no formal art training, he would paint on newspapers and on the streets, the only canvases he could afford.
Before I show my work in galleries, I show my work on the sidewalk of Miami.
He was able to move into a small studio, soon getting his first brand deal with Absolute Vodka. And from there, his career took off. Disney, Coca-Cola, Mattel, Samsung, luggage, lamps, watches, bananas. If you can slap a print on it, odds are there's a Britto version of it. His sculptures are in train stations, shopping plazas, hotels, corporate headquarters. The guy has done the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and the Olympics. So yeah, Romero Britto is everywhere.
How many pieces of art I've done, oh my God, listen, you know, it's pretty hard to keep track of it.
Hundreds?
Like a few thousands.
To keep the business going, he's hired dozens of employees, and the scale of the operation is staggering.
People say that I'm the most licensed artist in history, so I'm very honored for that because it means that my work is reaching out millions of people. I just don't want my art to be enjoyed by the elite of the world, but I want my art to be enjoyed by the masses as well.
But nevertheless, Romero's art has caught the attention of celebrities and heads of state all over the world.
All those pieces are here are prototypes and $1 trillion. People tend to say that if you're colorful and you're fun, you're not serious. But I do think we are all searching for happiness.
And to help others see this happiness, Romero's company has donated to over 250 charities, including the Holtz Children's Hospital in Miami.
If we see all the time darkness, when there's going to be the moment of brightness? Everything about my work is things that I think is very pleasing to my eyes and to my heart and make me feel good because life should be about fun.
Hello everybody, happy Arts Day. Thank you for watching that video on Romero Britto. He's a pretty amazing artist and we are going to do something in his style. So I had to think about what collaborative artwork could we possibly do as an entire middle school. So I am going to have us do a huge project that we can hang on the wall. Now, how are we going to make something like this? These are all made of little square paper cubes. So you guys today are each going to make a little square cube. Now, at the end, you will make a heart in Romero Britto's style and put it on the top. And then I will take it, put it all together, and hopefully, fingers crossed, look something like this and hang it up in the middle school foyer. So I'm going to show you how to make that. So every advisory teacher is going to get a stack of paper like this. And it comes in sectioned out paper. So every student will get a section. There are 12 pieces of paper in here. Now, the whole point of learning about Romero Britto is he loved to spread love, happiness, and hope. So we're trying to do everything really colorful and do a really big heart. So I'm going to show you how to make this. So I would take 2 at a time, so it doesn't take very long. And you're going to want to fold it. So go through all of them, fold them, and then we will start. Oh, all right. Now that we have them all folded, we are going to start to make our bottom. So first we're going to make the bottom of the cube, and then we're going to make the top of the cube. So I'm just going to kind of separate these a little bit here so that I can grab them and decide what colors I want to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is just grab 4 of these and put them in the shape of a square, so that I can get the bottom of my cube. So that's pretty simple. And then I'm just going to take tape for now, and I'm going to tape them. So what I suggest you do is find the tape dispenser, because your advisory teacher probably doesn't have enough dispensers for all of you. And I would just go through and take as many that will fit on my fingers. And then I'd find the corner of your table, and I would just put these down so that the next person in line can use the tape dispenser. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and line these up and tape it. All right, that is my bottom. All right, so I'm just going to put that aside, and I'm going to make another one. So I'm going to line up my colors however I want them. I'm going to take this one, and that is going to be my top. So I'm going to tape that together. All right, so now I have my bottom, I have my top. Now I have to make the inner walls. So I'm going to just get my colors ready, put my bottom down, and I'm just going to put these in here and tape them in. All right, now that I have that, I'm just gonna lay my top on, and then I'm gonna tape it in. All right, now that I have my cube built, I'm going to go and make, you guys are gonna go and make your heart, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Mine is already made, so I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna tape it on, and then voila, my cube is ready. All right, so remember, Romero Britto is all about spreading love, happiness, and hope. So what we want to do is try to make some hearts that are in his style. As you can see, all of his hearts and decorations have these big black outlines on them. So that's what you're going to try to do. And inside of those outlines, there are usually patterns, sometimes more hearts. You get to fill it in however you want. But it's usually bright, colorful colors. So you're gonna get a half sheet of paper right now, and you're gonna fold it in half, and you're gonna make your heart. So I am going to do my heart like this. So I'm going to give myself some marks. So I know I wanna touch the very top, I wanna touch the very side over there, right? So then I'm going to just touch those sides and then come down and touch the middle. Now, as you can see from his hearts, they're not all perfect. Some are a little bit stretched and wonky, and that's okay. So now I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut it out so that I have a heart. Now I have this perfect heart. I'm going to finish the outline here. And then I'm going to try to come up with some patterns. So I get to do anything I want. I get to just come in here and make some lines and then maybe extend the lines, right? Maybe I can do a swirly swirl and then from there do some lines. Some of these can be really, really thick. Some of them can stay thin. You can go in right away and you can do some patterns. All right, when you're done with your heart, just put it aside. You need to go back to your cube and you need to make sure that you reinforce everything by stapling it. We're trying to put a whole bunch of these together, and if they're not stapled, then I'm afraid the paper's not gonna be strong enough. So once it is stapled, then you're gonna go and take your heart and you decide what's going to be the front side of your cube and just tape it on.